As we turn the page from the previous year and look toward the new year ahead, are you giving attention to what you want to be different in your life as the new year unfolds? Do you believe in your heart of hearts that you can achieve whatever goals you choose to achieve? And do you believe that you can handle whatever challenges life brings to you in the weeks and months ahead? In this episode of EFT Tapping Junction, you're going to discover that you already have or you can create whatever resource states for success you need to achieve those chosen goals and handle whatever challenges life brings to you by applying the resource states creation process from the EFT Choices Method system. Hello and welcome to this episode of EFT Tapping Junction. Who is this podcast for? If you use EFT, which is short for Emotional Freedom Techniques, if you use EFT, Thought Field Therapy, also known as TFT, or other tapping method for your personal well-being, this show is for you. Also, if you're a professional therapist or coach helping others, this show is also for you. I'm your host, Stephen Carter, founder of Stress Solutions, LLC, which is now Stress Solutions USA. Over more than 4 decades, I've helped thousands of people move from chronic stress to consistent success using an array of methods to include, of course, EFT, TFT, neuro-linguistic programming or NLP, hypnosis, meditation, and multiple other methods. You can find more information about my background and discover other podcasts, videos, and other resources at our website, stressreliefradio.com. In a moment, you'll hear the recording of a New Year's message from Dr. Patracia Carrington. Sadly, Pat left us on October 19, 2019, at the age of 95. Pat was a renowned psychology professor. She was a pioneer in the field of energy psychology, meditation, and stress management. She authored 4 acclaimed books in the field of self-development. Pat was one of the very few EFT practitioners in the world to earn the designation of founding EFT master from Gary Craig, the originator of EFT. One of Pat's major contributions to EFT was the development of the EFT Choices method. One important aspect of the Choices method is recognizing you already have or you can create the resource states needed to overcome any obstacle that may seem to be blocking you from achieving whatever goal you choose. While the title of the audio from Pat that I'll share momentarily, the title is About Predictions, a New Year's Message. What is important for our conversation here is her insight about why we strive to predict the future. We crave control. We crave control. If we can somehow know what will happen, it can feel like we'll be prepared, we'll be better able to control situations and feel safe. But what if you are confident that you already have or you can create the inner resources needed to handle any situation that arises? Would that knowing create greater emotional peace? After we listen to Pat's New Year's message, I will lead you through the discovery and application of whatever resource states you need to achieve any goal that is compelling to you and to handle any situation life may bring to you. Let's join Pat's message now.
Hello, this is Pat Carrington, and I have some things I'd like to say about predictions. It's rather important. Even the greatest prophets in history have been wrong a certain percentage at the time, and even the greatest prophets usually see contradictory possibilities. They will often see a vision of a doomsday scenario played out, and beside it an amazing vision of healing and beauty. They see them both almost at the same time, actually. The positive vision seems to be a recovery or opposite of the other vision, but they get it. They get both. And the fact is that at the time that the prophecy is made, both outcomes are possibilities. Both are equally undetermined. I'm collective consciousness, too. The way in which the observer experiences the possibilities is going to determine which one is chosen. In quantum theory, the observer effect is very well known. The observer plays a role in what happens with tiny little infinitesimally small particles of the universe. We are our own prophet, and that what we think of and dread is necessarily what is going to happen. It's very important to remember this in these times when people are making dire predictions all around us for our world. Actually, we're just people who want to be able to see what's going to happen in the future, and we get ourselves feeling convinced, and it's very convincing when you get into that mood, that you're sure that this unpleasant thing is going to happen. And you have to ask here why we need to see the future so much. Why do we need to see what's going to happen, and why do we get into that? Actually, it makes us feel we're in control. We're controlling the uncontrollable. If we can figure out what it is, even if it's terrible, we have some sense of control if we think we know it, what it is. Because not knowing is very distressing to most people. And this is understandable. It's human to be concerned when we're out of control. Because if you're out of control in an emergency and you've got to do something to save your life, you had better not be out of control. It would be much better to be in control. It's a survival instinct here. But on the other hand, this tendency has to be put in its rightful place. It's useful in certain situations, but it's not necessary to pretend that we're sure something that we fear is happening is really going to happen. It's actually very unuseful. We need to allow for the fact that we really don't know. We don't know what tomorrow will bring even, let alone next month or next year. We really don't know. If we know in our hearts that we can handle whatever comes up, we're not in the same kind of difficulty or anxiety or worry, and then we're allowing ourselves to rely on our inner resources, and that is our strength. So we're allowing ourselves to bring our strength forward, and you can, as they do in the law of attraction, extrapolate for that and say, well, yes, and that will make a great difference outwardly. You can say that if that speaks to you. If it doesn't, it's still going to do you good to change. So the need to predict the future can result in a sense of doom, but the fact is that it's okay to not know what's going to happen. It's actually a much more peaceful way to live. I wish you a very, very happy and fulfilling New Year.
So if we can't know the future with certainty, how are we to proceed? What blocks us from achieving our chosen goals or having confidence we can successfully navigate any life challenge? Our beliefs. To echo writer and philosopher Richard Bach, he tells us, quote, argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they're yours. Argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they're yours. You may have heard the story about why athletes, doctors, and the general public knew it was impossible to run a mile in less than 4 minutes. For decades, thousands of athletes competed in the 1-mile race, but no one was able to run that distance in less than 4 minutes. That belief remained a fact for decades until a 25-year-old runner named Roger Bannister ran the mile in 3 minutes and 59 seconds in a May 6, 1954 race. 2 months later, 2 Australian runners beat the 4-minute mile barrier, followed by many more. As of April 2021, nearly 1,700 people have beat the 4-minute limitation, including a number of high school competitors. Why that dramatic change? Because Roger Bannister broke through an imaginary belief wall. Once that happened, he became a role model for other competitors who said to themselves, well, if he can do it, so can I. Rather than try to predict the future, using the EFT choices method, we can create the future. Let's look at creating a future way of being or feeling you would like to bring into reality. Incidentally, I do have a written guide for you with all of the steps I'll share here. To receive your copy of that written guide, create an email with the subject line reading, Creating Resource States for Success. Creating Resource States for Success. You can leave the body of the email blank. Address that email to me at cartermethod@gmail.com, cartermethod@gmail.com, and send that off. Once I receive your message, I will send you the guide by return email. Let's go ahead and dive into the process. We normally think about achieving goals when we think about life changes. Rather than use the word goals, we're going to use the word gifts, specifically gifts to yourself or self-gifts. Goals typically have a connotation of something that is outside of ourselves. Goals often feel sterile, detached from our inner experience, something out there, such as a new car, a new home, or a certain amount of money in the bank. I suggest beginning with choosing self-gifts that will enrich your inner sense of self-worth. Examples could be, I choose to give myself the gift of feeling totally confident when speaking in and to groups. Or, I choose to give myself the gift of being in optimum physical and emotional health. Or perhaps, I choose to give myself the gift of being in a committed relationship with a loving partner. These are only examples. Your choices will be unique to you. Ask yourself, what do I truly want to be or feel in the days, weeks, and months ahead? Be still, be quiet as you allow your subconscious mind to bring your deepest desires into awareness. For this first step, give zero thought to how this gift will show up in your life. Give zero thought to how this gift will show up in your life. For our purposes here, I suggest you select one self-gift. Once you feel comfortable with the process, you can go for 2 or perhaps 3 self-gifts and allow the process to proceed for each of those additional gifts. But for now, let's begin with one self-gift. Go ahead now and choose your first self-gift and write it down. Next, begin step 2 by asking, what mindset, skills, and beliefs will be needed to make this self-gift a reality in my life? What mindset, skills, and beliefs will be needed to make this self-gift a reality in my life? Give thought to this question and write down what comes to your mind. It's okay to change or modify your answer as you work through the process over time. But once you are satisfied with your initial answer, you're ready to move to step 3. In step 3, ask yourself, what experiences, memories, skills, and beliefs from my entire life match the mindset, skills, and beliefs I need to make the self-gift I'm choosing a reality in my life now? What experiences, memories, skills, and beliefs from my entire life match the mindset, skills, and beliefs I need to make the self-gift I'm choosing a reality in my life now? Allow yourself to enter a relaxed meditative state. Allow your mind to search through the archives of your memories and awareness of skills that at first may not seem to be relevant, but with additional consideration, you will note they are relevant and applicable to this new self-gift of your choosing. As memories of successes from childhood through today come into awareness, make those memories big, bold, and bright. Write down what comes to mind as you list the mindsets, skills, and beliefs from your past that can help you create your new chosen way of being or feeling. If you can bring to mind memories, experiences, skills, and beliefs from your own life, then you can be your own role model to bringing into reality your new chosen self-gift. For virtually every self-gift you choose, you already have all of the experiences, the mindsets, beliefs, and skills you need to bring your chosen self-gift into reality. You already have what you need within. If for whatever reason you sense you don't have all of the needed experiences, skills, and beliefs, or you would like to bring additional resources to help energize your process, your next question is, what person, animal, or other resource has the natural or learned skills and beliefs needed to bring my chosen self-gift into reality in my life? What person, animal, or other resources has the natural or learned skills and beliefs needed to bring my chosen self-gift into reality in my life? If you believe you need additional resources beyond what you already have within, let your imagination give serious thought to this question. Let's say, as an example, you want to be a confident public speaker, but for whatever reason, you don't believe you truly have the experiences to call on to be your own role model. Think about people that you have heard speak that you just adore. They don't have to be with us here today. They certainly could be. Perhaps you really love to listen to Barack Obama. You may have been in a church situation as an adult or even as a child where the pastor really spoke to your heart. You could feel the energy of his presentation, of his words, of his presence. Perhaps you really listened and enjoyed speeches by John F. Kennedy. Choose him as a role model. Choose anyone who comes to mind. Choose one or more people. Choose one or more role models, and we'll discuss in a moment how to bring the role model or role models into your energy system. Allow them to come in and truly be part of your energy system, and we'll discuss how to do that in a moment. Go ahead and write down from your own experiences, your own memories, examples of mindset, skills, beliefs that will support you in achieving your desired self-gift. And if you've chosen one or more role models, write the name of the role model or models down and identify why you're choosing this person or these people as role models to support you in achieving your chosen self-gift. If you're working through the process as I'm speaking and you need additional time, go ahead and pause this podcast and return and listen to the remaining part once you have your questions answered. Once you have this information written down, close your eyes. Obviously, you're not driving or otherwise involved in activities that need your full attention. If that is the case, do return at a later time to complete the process. But assuming that you're in a place that it's safe for you to do so, close your eyes and allow your imagination to create an image of yourself. An image of yourself confident, calm and confident. Open your arms in this image. Open your arms. Invite in the energy of your own experiences, your memories, your skills, the confident experiences you have had so many times in your life as you were growing up. Allow those experiences, allow that energy, bring that energy into your heart. Bring that energy into your heart. Feel the power of your own inner strength. Feel that in your heart. And if you've chosen other role models, open your arms and allow the energy of your role models to come into your heart. Bring that energy into your heart. Feel the confidence, the power that comes when you bring that energy of those individuals or animals or spirit guides, angels, whoever you have chosen. Bring their energy or his or her energy into your heart and allow that to just grow. Feel the power in your heart. Bring that energy into your heart and feel the power, the glow, the strength. Feel that in your heart and allow that to flow through your entire body. Really sense the power that you already have, the power that you are now becoming aware of consciously. Now go ahead, give a yawn, sigh, stretch. Stretch, good. And it's now time to enter into the tapping phase of our self-gift creation. Let's begin with a self-gift tapping setup statement. As you're tapping the karate chop point, let's begin with a setup statement such as, even though my chosen self-gift, and you name that gift, even though my chosen self-gift isn't a full reality yet, I choose to apply the experiences, mindsets, skills, and beliefs from my own past to bring my chosen self-gift into reality. Even though my chosen self-gift, and you name that self-gift, isn't a full reality yet, I choose to apply the experiences, mindsets, skills, and beliefs from my own past to bring my chosen self-gift into reality. If you're also bringing the energy of role models into your system, you can then say, even though my chosen self-gift, naming the gift, isn't a full reality yet, I choose to apply the experiences, mindsets, skills, and beliefs from my chosen role models to bring my chosen self-gift into reality. Continue to tap, feel the truth of that statement, feel the truth of one or both statements. Your reminder phrase could be something like, my chosen self-gift, and you name that gift. Tapping on the eyebrow point, my chosen self-gift. Side of the eye, my chosen self-gift. Under the eye, my chosen self-gift. Under the nose, I choose to give thanks for my chosen self-gift. Under the lip, my chosen self-gift. Collarbone, my chosen self-gift. Under the arm, I choose to give thanks for my chosen self-gift. Go to the crown, my chosen self-gift. Place hands to heart. Close your eyes. Feel the energy in your heart. Feel the energy of all of the resources that you have brought into your energy system. Feel that energy in your heart and throughout your entire body. And as you close that tapping session, you may choose to give gratitude to your source and voice the words, thank you. Obviously, you're going to need to modify the setup statement and reminder phrase for your own specific self-gift choice. Tap frequently throughout each day as you take inspired action over time to make your chosen and strongly desired self-gift a reality in your life. If you're not able to easily tap, repeat your self-gift statement in mind frequently throughout the day. Create mind movies of your chosen reality and make the images, sounds, and sensations big, bold, and bright. How long is it going to take before your new chosen self-gift is a reality in your life? It obviously depends on the new way of being or feeling you're bringing into your life, into your neurology, into your energy system. Typically, you'll likely see noticeable progress within 2, 3, perhaps 4 days, but do keep focused and keep tapping until your new chosen self-gift is firmly in place and is an ongoing positive part of your life. While we've used the example of achieving a self-gift, this process is exactly the same if you're dealing with an unwanted situation in your life. The process is exactly the same. In summary, while financial and other planning for your future is necessary, knowing what specific surprises are ahead offers a low probability of success. Recognize and affirm frequently you already have or can acquire the necessary mindsets, skills, and beliefs needed to create desired change or to deal with disrupting events life may bring. 3. Rather than think in terms of goals, think self-gifts. Self-gifts grounded in what you choose to be or to feel. Apply the EFT Choices Method resource state steps you learned in this episode to bring into reality your chosen self-gifts or to successfully navigate through any disruptive life event. Finally, remember you can receive the written guide for each step I've shared in this episode. To receive your copy of the written guide, create an email with the subject line reading, Creating Resource States for Success. Put that in the subject line. You can leave the body of the email blank. Send that email to me at cartermethod@gmail.com, cartermethod@gmail.com, and I will send you the guide by return email. Returning to Pat Carrington and her work, I had the honor to work with Pat and her close friend, who became her caregiver in Pat's final years, Dr. Terry Lynch. I also had the honor of conducting Pat's final interview, where she shares stories and insights from her life and work, stories and insights she had never shared prior to that interview. I'll have my conversation episode linked in the show notes. In addition, you're going to find links to Pat's website and links to relevant pages to include the transcript of her message of predicting the future, the message that I shared in this episode. You're going to discover other relevant resources from Pat in the show notes as well. Pardon me for a quick interruption. I do want to encourage you to visit Pat's website. It's a treasure trove of resources. Her website is at patcarrington.com, patcarrington.com. Back to the show. Speaking of previous episodes, to listen to previous episodes of EFT Tapping Junction and other stress-releasing shows, visit us at stressreliefradio.com, stressreliefradio.com. If you're not yet following or you're not subscribed to our EFT Tapping Junction podcast, there is no better time than now to follow in your listening app of choice. You can even subscribe by email. Check that option out by going to stressreliefradio.com, selecting the podcast menu tab, and then selecting the EFT Tapping Junction show. If you would like to reach me to comment on this or any other episode, or you would like to reach me for any reason, email me at cartermethod@gmail.com. Until our next visit together, I wish for you and your loved ones blessings in abundance.